Hey guys, Jamie here with One Piece at a Time. In today's video, this will mark I believe the fourth video documenting the progress and the process of our custom home build. And today will be about gutters and downspouts and the long-awaited roofing, which we decided to do black metal roofing. And the inside of our ceilings will be exposed wood. So we have started the process of staining that, and that also will be included in this video today. The first few minutes though, Brian, he does a DIY on how to do gutter splicing or splicing, two pieces of gutter material together. While seamless gutters are beautiful, gorgeous, easier, they're really expensive, and it just was not in the budget for this project to do seamless gutters. So we made it work, and with his expertise for decades in the trades and construction, he wanted to include a little bit of a DIY. If any of you have ever contemplated doing this or thought about doing it, maybe you were hesitant or afraid, give it a watch, see what you think. And if you already know how to do it or you're not interested, then skip ahead a few minutes to the actual process of the building and the construction of this house. So if you're new to our channel, consider subscribing. I hope you enjoy this video. Hit the like button. And the boys are out in our wooded area behind me today with the chainsaws. I don't know if you can hear the saws, but they're trimming up our wooded area and trying to clear out some bramble and make it neat and tidy. So anyways, thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a blessed day.
Okay, so I'm gonna show you a simple gutter fitment. Now, one of the things that we're doing, and kids are watching, you're learning, right? We have two different sizes of snips. Okay, these are right-handers. Okay, so they cut in a right-hand direction. These are from Harbor Freight. They are a great set of snips. I find I use them all the time. So for this application, we're going to do a gutter splice. And one of the things we're going to do is we're going to take right here, we're going to cut on a pretty severe angle back to about the length of the blade on the snips. Right in there, something like that. Okay, so there's one. Now we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. See how that works? Okay, now next thing we're going to do is we're going to take some sealant. The most critical part of the joint is in these corners right here, okay, to keep this thing from leaking. So I'm going to show you, see how this is going to go together. One slides into the other nice and tight, and what that does is as it crimps down, it makes a nice, tight, strong seamed connection on a gutter that is not seamless. Okay, and that's about as good a connection as you're going to get. I know they sell some other things, straps and things to put over this with some epoxy to hold it together. But why would you spend all that money when you can do this? And look at that, it's a nice clean seam. And that's just about as good as you're gonna get outside of using seamless gutters. And you can save a ton of money. Oh my goodness. The prices they want for a set of gutters on a house these days, on a house like that, will just about make you choke. So, okay, I'm gonna pull this apart. And if I can get it apart, it's actually already held together pretty strong. Okay, I got that apart. Now, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bead of caulking and I'm going to put it right here. See that, kids? And this is a good all-purpose adhesive. Let's see, what am I using today? This is Through the Roof.
Is that Home Depot?
And it's wet or dry. And we got this at Carroll County Lumber, and seals everything that goes, so it says. But yeah. Anyway, it's a good heavy-duty polyurethane rubberized caulking. Okay, polyurethane rubberized are some words you want to hear when you're doing a roof. Okay, now, so if you take a look there, oh, okay, sorry, we had to run for the trash man. We're switching trash companies, and when you're doing a job like this, you want to make sure your trash gets dumped, because when you get backed up with trash, you start to wade through it. Okay, back to the gutter assembly here. Now I didn't quite get this as sharp as I wanted it. Now you have to be kind of careful. These things are delicate. They bend easily. So I'm gonna sharpen this up just a little more. We'll pick up all these scraps in a minute with a magnet. Okay, so my caulking is in here. This is my overlap joint. Now I'm gonna squeeze this together. Kids, you see that? Teaching my kids as we go here, they're homeschoolers. Okay, now I'm gonna slide one into the other. See right there where the two tips connect? We're gonna kind of ram them in there good. Okay, now, see where the caulking is? I'm gonna roll this together and down into that caulking and see how that all seals beautifully like that. Now, I'm gonna gently roll this over. Piper, can you go down to that end? Ryder, can you go down here to the other side? These are our kids. Okay, now gently, kids, we're gonna roll forward. Roll this forward just like that. Okay, now, see how sweet that seamed connection is? Now, just because we're smart, we don't like to do things twice. Piper, can you grab me that impactor? What did you do with it there, sweetie? There it is. Okay, I have a cute little bag of screws that have been rolling around in my truck for years. And let me just show them to you. I can't tell you what type they are or size, but there's my fingers. They're a self-tapper. And these are the world's best screws for downspouts and all kinds of gutter related things. So, in regards to that, I just keep it in my bag here on my tool belt. I also have a beat up old impactor because I'm going to be crawling up the ladder. You don't want a new impactor when you crawl up the ladder. You want an old one because they usually get dropped. I don't care how good you are and how long you've been doing it, they hit the ground. The other thing is there is a sweet little guy right here, and you can find them on Amazon, 5/16 or 1/4 inch. Now watch this, the top pops off and you can turn it over and put it back, and then your any type of gutter screw, for the most part, you can put it together. It's got a magnet in there, so you put your screw in and it doesn't fall out. That is so handy. Oh my gosh. Okay, back to our gutter seam. Right here is about the only place we need to put a fastener, and we're gonna keep it just above the water line. Okay, so that is to say, if we have the potential for a leak, you could do that with a pop rivet. I like a screw because they're much stronger, and it's no fun when your rivet breaks when you're carrying your gutters up the ladder. And so we're all gonna have to carry these up the ladder in a minute. We're just gonna do one. Now the joint will still swivel, but until I get this up and into place, I want it to swivel because no roof is perfectly straight. I don't care who tells you. They might be close to it, but they're never perfectly straight. So we need a little room to be able to bend this gutter around, make it work out. And you can see already it's beautiful. If you really can't stand it, you can roll the gutter over and you can take and put a dab of caulking on the inside of the screw just to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere. Sometimes there's a knot in this stuff, I've noticed. Yeah, so some of these had knots in the end of them. That's why I made it do that. Okay, Denzel, how's the rest of it? Set it on there. Okay, now just keep a hand on it as I walk up my side. All good there? Yeah. Set it on the ladder there. Okay, good deal.
We seemed to find a rhythm that worked for our family, putting this black metal roofing on. Brian and Ryder would work ahead, starting the roofing screws, making sure that they were started straight and not crooked, while Piper and I would follow behind with impactors and drive the screws all the way in. This allowed the guys to get an entire row done and started ahead of us, and we would just follow in behind, and it seemed to work great. All right, it's Saturday morning. The guys are up on the roof trying to do the ridge cap. We have all but one piece of the roof done as far as the insulation and the metal. This piece right here across the front is the last piece that is left to be done, but they're up there on the top drilling in the final screws and putting the ridge cap in. It's super windy and breezy today. Piper and I were up there for a little bit over here on the bedroom side and the back side, helping to drive the screws in, and it just got too windy. So the guys had to tie in with their harnesses. I don't know if you can see, I'll zoom in. You can see Brian's rope there, he's tied in, and Ryder is tied in as well. And they're just going through and doing another row of screws in the metal roofing, and then they're going to do the ridge cap at the top. That's the goal for today. We'll see how far we get. Sometimes the winds really kick up and blow you around. Last night we had several crazy storms and tornado outbreaks all over here in western Tennessee, and the big one in Little Rock, Arkansas, and up into Illinois and Iowa. It was a huge storm system, but we are so thankful to wake up and find that there's no damage here on this house. So hallelujah. See how today progresses. haven't been down here in 2 days because it's been so cloudy and stinky in here, but he stained, I'll step in just for a minute. Woo, you can still smell it. He stained the lid, what we call the exposed ceiling, right above me here. He got that stained, and the post here, he stained. The floor's covered with drops, and he's pulling the plastic off the windows. You can still see there's plastic on those windows. He's pulled the plastic off the French doors, but I'll just step in here briefly. Wow. So this is a mahogany stain, honey. And he got some on the staircase too.
It's gonna show some of the imperfections, but that's part of the patina we're looking for when we finish this up, because we're doing a residential farm slash dairy slash commercial, light commercial building sort of look to it.
So we want some of the imperfections in the patina to show through, like what Brian said. What did you say? Farm slash dairy slash rustic?
Yeah, rustic, light industrial, all that mixed together.
And then he got way up there, the loft up there. And we got the master bedroom sprayed out.
Staircase.
So it's looking good. It's definitely looks different. It's adding character and personality to the house already. It's just weird to come in here and see everything covered in drops. So
fantastic when it's all done.
Yep. And there's the masked man right there. So I'm gonna get out of here because it's pretty stinky in here and I don't have a mask. But that's what he's been up to the last 2 days. I haven't been down here. I've been doing school with the kids. So now we're on to the next phase of construction, whatever that will be. Mahogany color stain and master bathroom. Ooh, this looks really good too. Okay, yeah.